My only question for you is, Andrew, is why did you want 6 rounds and not agree to the 10? Because you don't have the gas tank. Why did you want a weight clause? Because you're not big enough. You're not strong enough. Why do you want your venue, your city, your everything? Why are these the questions that nobody's asking you? We all know the answer to them. We just don't want to say it because you're surrounded by a bunch of yes.
Sneako shared his view on the Andrew Tate versus Chase Deore match, stating that Tate would win without any difficulty.
He beat Chase Deore?
I think he does crush him. I think it's an easy fight for him. I like Chase. I want Chase to do well, but overall, I don't think Andrew Tate would take a fight that he wouldn't be guaranteed almost to win.
According to him, this matchup isn't competitive in the slightest. He believes it's yet another strategically selected fight where Tate only steps into the ring when everything is clearly in his favor. Sneako also emphasized that he has nothing against Deore and even wished him well, but remains confident that Tate will dominate the fight with little to no resistance.
Andrew Tate is back. Back on Misfits, he's fighting.
He's the CEO apparently. It seems like they're trying to set something up with KSI in the future, so yeah, it's cool to see that.
You still call Tate? Do you still speak to him? I know you had a relationship earlier, I think it was like 2023, you were kind of hanging out with him.
It sounded a little gay.
No, not relationship, but like friendship.
No, we were never friends. I mean, I knew him a little bit, but no, it is what it is. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing.
That confidence wasn't limited to Sneako alone. Around the same time, Adam and Ross also made their views public, supporting the same narrative from a slightly different perspective. Being closely associated with Tate, Ross described the matchup as completely one-sided, citing experience, composure, and mindset. He argued that Tate's competitive advantage extends far beyond physical ability, emphasizing years of discipline and focus that he believes Deore simply cannot match. Ross even hinted at the possibility of attending the event himself, especially if other well-known figures from the crossover boxing scene were present, adding yet another layer of hype to an already buzzing event.
Does he beat Chase Deore?
Obviously. I mean, it's not going to even be close. I heard, I don't know if we can put this in there, but Chibu was fucking up Chase Deore in a spar, and that's crazy. And by the way, Chibu's an excellent fighter. Don't get it fucked up now, but that's fucking crazy. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be close. I mean, at all. Andrew's obviously going to finish him. And then hopefully we see Andrew fight KSI next. That's the one that everyone wants to see, for sure.
Be good. Would you go to that?
I'll pull up to that one.
You will come.
I'll go to that one. It'll probably be what? Dubai, probably? I'll go to that. If they fight, I'll pull up to that for sure. That'd be a good
Well, you went to Dubai to beat him before, didn't you?
I've been to Dubai. Yeah, the first time. That's right. I was in Dubai a few years back, so I'll definitely pull back up again for sure. I would love to. Mam's invited me to this fight next month, but again, we're not gonna, I'm not gonna go to that one, but I'll definitely go to one for sure eventually.
Well, Mrs. has got the
Still, not everyone shares that perspective. Supporters of Deore continue to push back, arguing that Tate's long absence from boxing could be a crucial factor. 5 years away from the ring is significant, and they believe that timing, conditioning under pressure, and overall sharpness can fade much faster than people expect. For them, ring rust isn't a minor issue, it's the wild card that could completely turn the fight on its head. This ongoing debate unfolds against the backdrop of a now-confirmed date and location, finally giving the matchup a concrete form. The bout between Andrew Tate and Chase Moore is scheduled for Saturday, December 20th, 2025 in Dubai. Branded as MFN 8, the fight before Christmas, the event marks Tate's first appearance under the Misfits boxing banner and his first competitive fight since 2020. The card is set to stream exclusively on Rumble Premium, signaling that this won't be a typical influencer boxing event, but rather a carefully curated spectacle.
Severely injure you.
I am the guy that's coming to put you away for good.
We just want to say, although I am going to beat you, from the bottom of my heart, all bullshit aside, all bravado aside, even though you just threatened a man with 4 children with brain damage, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, hope you get up and you're in perfectly good health. That's what I hope.
I hope you wake up in the hospital.
Well, that's the difference in our characters, and we're going to see which one God rewards.
Well, we don't want to talk about character tonight, buddy. Let's just be honest about that.
Your ex-girlfriend is literally in my DMs.
This new generation of people don't understand the lines. Karma is real. wishing genuine harm on people or insulting people's coaches or doing these terribly things.
Your coach is a better
You end up paying the price. And we're gonna see on the night.
fraud.
I promise you, continue to disrespect me. Unfortunately for you, you're not gonna have a career after.
I'm the heavyweight champion. I do what I want. You do what I say.
Despite the extended layoff, betting odds and overall public sentiment have leaned strongly in Tate's favor. His history as a former kickboxing world champion still carries significant weight, even years after his last official fight. That reputation, combined with his massive online presence and polarizing persona, has elevated the bout beyond a simple title challenge. The trash talk, power plays, and public statements have all become key parts of the promotion. From Tate's perspective, the narrative around the fight has been unapologetically self-focused. He has framed the matchup as a favor rather than a challenge, presenting himself as the real draw behind the event. In his view, the fight exists because of his star power, not because of a belt or the opponent standing across from him. He has openly suggested that he could replace his opponent at any time and still attract a huge audience, a belief that underscores how highly he rates his own influence within the combat sports world.
There's a scenario where I knock out KSI. There's a scenario where I knock out anyone on the planet. He's an idiot. I tried to be nice to him a few times on Twitter when he was fighting and tried to show him respect, and he just replied stupid, asinine bullshit. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's a little bit low IQ. Like, I tried to be his friend, and he was just retarded. From then on out, I got a big pile of money out and decided to take his company from him, which I've done. So now he's lost his company, so I'm sure he's upset about that. But hopefully, you know, there's a point in the future where he can come to his senses and realize that, you know, there's nothing to actually fight about. I have nothing against the guy. I don't know the guy. I just think he's a bit simple. KSI annoyed me. I wanted to take his company, and once I took his company, I was always going to make Misfits the biggest thing. Then I thought, you know, let me get in there and do it myself. Put my money where my mouth is. So things just came together with Providence. It all worked out, and I'm very excited for the upcoming fight. Everything is doable. It's a big, beautiful world full of opportunity and possibility. I've given a nobody a chance now because, you know, it's good to build up the profile of Misfits as a whole, and he's a Misfits fighter. So I've given a nobody a chance, but when he's out the way, there's going to be some much bigger.
Deore hasn't accepted that narrative quietly. Instead, he is pushed back by accusing Tate of trying to control every aspect of the fight, from its tone to its terms. While acknowledging Tate's history and name value, Deore has remained firm in his belief that none of that will matter once the fight begins. For him, this isn't about gratitude or opportunity. It's about proving himself against someone many see as untouchable. Behind the scenes, Tate has been determined to show that his return isn't casual. In recent months, he has repeatedly spoken about maintaining peak condition year-round, and training footage suggests this camp is more intense than many expected. Reports of him sparring multiple partners in a single session and training through injuries have reinforced the image of someone taking this comeback seriously. At the same time, Tate is balancing a new role within Misfits Boxing as a combat executive officer, a move that has quietly reshaped the organization's internal dynamics.
My only question for you is, Andrew, is why did you want 6 rounds and not agree to the 10? Because you don't have the gas tank. Why did you want a weight clause? Because you're not big enough. You're not strong enough. Why do you want your venue, your city, your everything? Why are these the questions that nobody's asking you? We all know the answer to them. We just don't want to say it because you're surrounded by a bunch of yes men.
Top G?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Sure.
Why did the A side make rules for the fight?
And why are you A-side in my title defense?
No one gives a fuck about you, Chase.
Apparently enough to win a lot of championships and to get a fight with you.
We didn't really talk about this.
Doesn't answer the rounds question. You see that? Fraud.
That leadership shift has fueled speculation that Tate's presence may have contributed to KSI stepping away from his own promotion. Whether intentional or not, the change has created fresh storylines heading into December. Tate has even suggested that this fight is only the beginning, revealing plans to compete as many as 10 times over the following year. If he gets past Deore, he views this bout not as a conclusion, but as a launch pad. Outside the gym, Tate has remained active on the business front as well. He recently shared his views on how doing business in Dubai compares to places like England, highlighting how straightforward and efficient company building is in his current home. Observant viewers also noticed a black eye in those videos, more pronounced than in earlier footage, yet already healing.
For many, it served as a visual reminder of the physical toll of preparation and how quickly his body appears to be responding to the demands of training camp.
$6 million card to the top G, right?
I know you have no money.
You charge a bunch of beta males online $50 a month to read crap that I could tell them off of ChatGPT for free. You're a fraud.
Am I going to allow our champion to lie to all of our people at home who spend hard-earned money to watch this press conference? You might get a disciplinary for that.
Maybe they should just scam
I might have
people
to
like
send
you
you a
do.
letter, Chase.
Ponzi
Don't
scheme.
lie to people anymore.
Pay me
Tell the
$50
truth.
to tell you guys that you are men and you should struggle in life and women will leave.
Those same posts have also fueled speculation about potential opponents beyond this fight. Names like KSI, Darren Till, and Jake Paul have already been floated by fans imagining what Tate's planned run through 2026 could look like. Each of those matchups carries massive commercial appeal, reinforcing the idea that Tate is thinking several steps ahead, regardless of how December unfolds. One lingering question, however, continues to surround the event. Official promotional materials notably excluded DAZN, which is traditionally partnered with Misfits Boxing. That omission sparked confusion among fans unsure of exactly where the fight would be broadcast. Even so, uncertainty around distribution hasn't slowed interest. If anything, the mystery has only heightened attention, especially given Tate's enormous fan base and Deore's steady rise within the heavyweight division. Across the ring, Deore enters with momentum of his own. As the reigning Misfits heavyweight champion, he holds a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, and no draws within the promotion, alongside experience in professional boxing outside the influencer circuit. Winning and defending the belt transformed him from a reality television personality into a legitimate figure within the Misfits scene. That context makes this fight more than a simple comeback story. It's a genuine test against an active champion. For Deore, the narrative goes beyond technique and titles. A significant portion of his fan base actively roots against Tate, and many see this bout as an opportunity for their champion to humble someone they strongly dislike. Deore is fully aware of that dynamic and has embraced it. For him, this fight isn't just about business or boxing pride. It's also about delivering a result that satisfies a crowd eager to see Tate fall short.
Pretty much Andrew Tate is, very hated online. I mean, are you going to beat him up for the haters? Are you going to do it for the people?
You know what it is? It's like, he's got to answer for everything he's done. You know, I come from reality TV. I have a huge girl audience. A lot of people hate this man, and if there's one thing about me is it's like I'm going to be the judge, the juror, and the executioner come December 20th, and he's going to have to answer for everything he's done, and I'm going to knock him out in front of the world.
While Tate prepared largely in Dubai, Deore was busy shaping his own narrative. He revealed that KSI personally reached out to him, urging him to take the fight seriously and deal with Tate, especially given Tate's growing influence within Misfits. Deore saw the call as both motivation and validation, quickly embracing the idea of standing up for a friend while defending his championship. He also shared plans to have KSI involved in his corner on fight night, believing that familiarity and trust could make a critical difference under pressure. The bond between Deore and KSI has grown steadily through shared experiences across wins, losses, and personal development. Deore believes KSI's presence would help him remain composed and make smarter decisions round by round. From a strategic standpoint, Deore's advantages lie in his aggression, size, and conditioning, tools he will need to impose if he hopes to prevent Tate from settling into a comfortable rhythm.
KSI integrate into your capital to maybe give some words of wisdom or maybe even train you in the corner?
Yeah, that's another really great question. There's been conversations with me and KSI. I am going to formally ask him to come work in my corner. He will be in my corner versus Andrew Tate. It's not confirmed, so I don't want to say it's confirmed that he is, but I plan on reaching out to him in person and cordially inviting him to join my corner against Andrew Tate. I think, I'm going into this battle and I'm defending Misfits. I'm defending the reputation that we have, and I'm defending my heavyweight title. And I think, I'm doing this for KSI. This 100% should have been a KSI fight. And, the same way I stepped in for Hasim Rahman when he was fighting Alan Belcher, I'm stepping in for KSI because, unfortunately, he's a little bit damaged right now, and he needs somebody that he can rely and he can trust. And, he's put that on me. And I would love to see him, be involved with my camp, be there in the corner, and, be there in the ring when the announcer goes, and still the heavyweight champion.
Tate, on the other hand, brings a different type of confidence. His years of high-level striking, combined with a calm and patient approach, could allow him to control the early pace of the fight. Many observers believe the outcome will depend on whether Deore can consistently leverage his physical advantages or if Tate can outthink him, disrupting his challenger's game plan. The uncertainty surrounding Tate's form is one of the most compelling aspects of the matchup. Returning after years away introduces a level of unpredictability that even intense training footage can't fully clarify. At the same time, that very uncertainty adds intrigue, making it impossible to know exactly which version of Tate will step into the ring once the bell rings.
What do you think about him being the CEO? You're fighting the CEO of the promotion that you're fighting for.
A 38-year-old man coming off his prison sentence, he comes up there and puts me down in the first, second round, then I would retire from fighting entirely. It's not for me. So I'm feeling very confident going into this. And I think if you remove the followers away from Andrew Tate and take him for what he is, 4-3 light heavyweight boxer, and I was just fighting a random guy. These guys on the internet, these guys on Twitter would be like, oh, you're fighting a 4-3 guy that fights at light heavyweight. You're going to dominate him. Because he's got the cult following, because he's got this. People are trying to say he's more than what he is, but you have to take it for what it is, remove the followers, and let's go fight. The followers aren't fighting for you in the ring.
As December draws near, the clash of narratives, loyalties, and fighting styles continues to escalate, setting the stage for a bout that has become impossible to overlook.